Mass communication. If we want to change the world or contribute to changing the world and impacting loads of people, that's a profession to be in. My name is Kudo Eresia-Eke. I'm a communication professional. Now, I started communicating from when I was a little boy. Indeed, I grew up just becoming aware that I was a communicator. Much in the same way that I grew up to realize that I was male or that I was African. It was a natural thing. Because from a very early age, I had a propensity, I had a tendency to be an intermediary, communicating messages, which was the reason as a schoolboy I was very involved in literary and debating societies. I was involved in drama societies. I was involved serving as master of ceremony. It just came naturally to me. It wasn't clear at the time whether this was something I was going to pursue professionally, but it ended up just being so. It was a logical end. I would say that I have practiced as a professional for at least 35 years. Now, through all those 35 years, of course, in the earlier part of my practice, I was in school. Directly after I left high school, I got into broadcasting. So I was broadcasting on television, reading the news. I couldn't have been more than 17 or 18 about that time. That's how early on I had been in the business. Of course, from there, I went on to uni and graduated as a mass communication major, and got into other forms of communication. Journalism, I was in there. Broadcasting, as I mentioned, I was in there. Public relations, I was in there. Theater arts, I was in there. Literary works, literary writing. In my case, mostly poetry. Of course, I've been in there, and I'm still in there. Now, in terms of what really led me to mass communication, I guess, as I explained, it was natural. It was just an innate talent. It was just something that I found in me. Of course, I didn't know it was a profession. I didn't know it was a profession at the beginning. I just realized much later that indeed this was something that I loved doing, and that could actually earn me a living. And I think it's done more than earn me a living, really. Why did I choose the profession? If you love something, the tendency is you choose it. It's as simple as that. Now, don't choose something you don't love. If you're not oriented towards a particular thing without even knowing what it is, I suggest you don't choose it. So I chose mass communication because it was something that I was oriented to. And let me be honest with you. I actually was an engineering student because at the beginning I felt that bright ones went into engineering or medicine, legal profession and stuff like that. But in the university, I realized for the first time that there was a course that was actually mass communication. And then it didn't take me time to switch because I knew that was home. Everywhere else, engineering, medicals, and so on, those were just foreign lands for me, but mass communication was a natural fit. It was a natural, it was like fish, in water. That's what mass communication is to me. Why I love the profession? is for passionate people. You got to believe in something. You have to believe truly in something, be passionate about it to be a successful communicator. If you're just one of those people that, are not principled and think anything goes, I don't think you'll enjoy the profession, because it's a profession for advocates. It's for people who stand for something and want to essay for it and want to push for it. And I'll give you a very, very short example, very brief example. I was once a journalist, as I am now still, but not very active at this moment. The time I was very active, I did a story which was truthful, but which the powers that be there and the owners of the organization and the government didn't like. So they shredded the magazine and didn't allow the story to see the light of day. But because I couldn't stomach truth being buried, I had to resign and pay the price for my passion. So mass communication requires you to believe in something, and sometimes to be able to pay the price for what you believe in. Indeed, there is no good communication without passion. And let me also say that it's important that you be very happy with writing, because writing is the mother of all communication. Now, even when you have to do it orally, you have to speak to people or use other mechanisms to communicate, the idea itself has first to be distilled in writing. So you have to be a writer in a way, to be an excellent mass communicator. And so that's what I would say. You need to have a passion for it. You need to be a principled person. You need to stand for something. Be ready to live, and if need be, die for something you believe in. Then you make a great communicator. I think it's a profession you'll enjoy. There are so many strands of it. There is never a dull moment, and there's no question of not having what to do, especially in today's world when indeed the media is really at your fingertips. Thank you very, very much for this opportunity. I wish you all great luck as you journey. And for those of you that will choose to be mass communicators, trust me, you'd love it, especially if you've loved it already. Thank you. Bye.